Kingston, Ontario, Canada for the 2025 NORCECA Pan Am Women's Championship Under 19. For tonight's matchup between the host Team Canada and Costa Rica, it is the third match of the day today. Previous matches going a 3-0 scoreline, Mexico over Puerto Rico, and a 3-0 scoreline, USA over Venezuela. And again, Canada taking on Costa Rica. As we look at the starting lineups for both of these teams, for Costa Rica, number 3, Maria Venegas, number 7, Mariela Navarro, number 9, Nadia Granados, number 10, Fabiola Alfaro, number 16, Amelie Jenkins, number 21, Manuela Alcala, and the libero, number 8, Valeria Gutierrez. And the starting lineup for Team Canada, libero number 2, Ashlyn Gent, number 3, Sophia Zabjak, number 9, Maya Bukovkan, number 11, Emerson Matthews, number 12, Sydney Bell, number 16, Abby Watusik, and Wasutik, and number 24, Remy Katojo. As the opening point of the match goes to Costa Rica, as Granados, the setter, back to serve here for Costa Rica. Canada with 3 in a shallow serve receive. Passed up by Jet. Forearm set to the outside, swinging away was Zabjak. Passed up though by Costa Rica. Set back to the left side. The block is set up. They keep it alive. Bit of a scramble there as miscommunication there between Gent and Matthews. It drops to the floor, and the first 2 points of this opening set go to Costa Rica. Again, Granados, the setter for Costa Rica. And Remy Katojo, the setter for Team Canada. Tipped down the line and finds the baseline. At the first point of this opening set for Canada. On the left side push down the line. 2-1 early set lead here for Costa Rica. Abby Wasutik back to serve for Canada. And it's a short serve into the net. As Gent will come back onto the floor for Wasutik. And that'll bring Venegas back to the service line here for Costa Rica. 3 dropped in to serve receive here for Canada. Float serve. Passed up in the set into the middle. They try to angle around the block and can't find the sideline. But a good run into the middle to try to get Maya Bukovkan involved. She cuts around the block but can't quite find that sideline. Again, important to get the middle going early here for Canada. Got to open things up on the pins. Katojo to the left side, rolled by Zabjak. Forearm set to the left side, swing away off the block. And the swing that time by Navarro. Drops to the floor, and it's a strong start to this opening set here by Costa Rica as they lead 5-1. As Venegas continues to serve here for Costa Rica. Deep float serve. Good pass up that time by Canada and serve receive. Pass up by Gent this time. Katojo to the left side. Zabjak down the line. And a great cut that time by Sophia Zabjak. Sees the block set up, closes over to that right side pin, and Zabjak just turns down the line. Paints the sideline and finds that corner deep one. Great cut by Zabjak and a good set by Remy Katojo. That'll bring Sydney Bell back to serve. Pass up on serve receive. Bit of a scramble there by Costa Rica. As pulled in tight to the net was Nadia Granados. Back-to-back points here for Canada. They're pulled within 2. As Sydney Bell goes back to serve here for the Canadians. Deep serve by Bell. Passed up by Gutierrez. They get sent over on the free ball. Katojo to the step around out of the middle. Good run this time by Canada as Bukovkan runs the step around. And again, the presence of front hands from Remy Katojo allows the step around to take place, and Bukovkan takes advantage of that, and it's an ace this time from Sydney Bell, and we're tied at 5. Great job by Bell. Continue the service pressure here for Canada. Shallow serve receive here. We'll see if they try to settle down the pace on the serve here to try to play it up with hands. Passed up with forearms. It's a good pass this time and receive for Costa Rica. And the swing through the block. And it's a side out for Costa Rica on the swing from Mariela Navarro. Been involved early here in this Costa Rica attack. Alcala back to serve here now for Costa Rica. Ribeiro off the floor. See if Canada keys in on that on their attacking location. Passed up and received. Katojo back to the left side and a swing down the line. And Sophia Zabjak. And 3 cuts down the line so far. We'll see if the block scheme adjusts here for Costa Rica. That'll bring Gutierrez back onto the floor and serve receive here. And brings Zabjak to the service line. And pass up. Set to the left side and can't quite find the cut this time. As Mariela Navarro, an attacking error this time for Costa Rica. And Canada with their first lead in the opening set. Zabjak back to serve here for Canada. And it's tied short into the net. And through the first 14 points, we're tied at 7 apiece. So Zabjak and Emerson Matthews, the 2 outside hitters here for Canada. Sydney Bell, the right side or opposite. And Remy Katojo running the offense. Off the arms there, that time of Zabjak. And that'll take us to the first technical timeout here in the opening set. And it started off fast for Costa Rica. They got out to a 5-1 advantage before Canada closed the gap and actually took a 7-6 lead. But back-to-back points here now for Costa Rica have them in front of this first technical timeout. So we'll have a technical timeout at the first team to 8 and the first to 16 at each set. And of course, teams with 2 timeouts in each set as well. And it's 8-7 for Costa Rica here to start off this first set. It'll be a best 3 out of 5 sequence all tournament long. Canada back in action tomorrow against the Dominican Republic at 6:30 Eastern time as well. But you can tune in all afternoon long. 2:30 local time is our first matchup, Puerto Rico and Venezuela. And 4:30 it'll be USA versus Mexico. Before again Canada and the Dominican at 6:30. Pool play finishes up on Thursday. Mexico, Venezuela, USA, Puerto Rico, and Costa Rica and Dominican before shifting on Friday to the semifinals and then the medal round days on Saturday. 5th and 6th place game, the bronze medal match and the gold medal match that'll take place here at the Arc on Saturday. Coming out of the tech timeout, Costa Rica with a 1-point lead. Serve is passed up by Matthews, swings away but can't find the baseline. Say no touch on the swing by Emerson Matthews. It'll be an attacking error this time for Canada. Trying to find the block. As Fabiola Alfaro back to serve here for Costa Rica. Deep serve from Alfaro, passed up by Gent. Katojo into the middle. A great swing this time by Bukovkin. As the physical attack that time by Maya Bukovkin. Solo block put up there by Costa Rica. And Bukovkin able to convert and now goes back to serve. Can't find the sideline. Service error, Bukovkin, and that'll bring Gent back onto the floor. 10-8 the advantage here for Costa Rica. Three and receive, Sydney Bell calling ins and outs. Passed Passed up by Gent. It's a great pass. Katojo to the outside. Matthews this time with a swing, but it's off the block. Set up by Nadia Granados. Block was anchored that time by Jenkins. So Jenkins and Granados combined for the double block. And it's a 3-point advantage here now for Costa Rica. Passed up by Matthews. Good forearm set back the other way by Katojo. Scrambling to keep it alive as Costa Rica swing into the net. Venegas tried to stay on top of that one and try to get a pseudo out-of-system ball to try to convert with a full swing, but didn't quite get the angle she was looking for, and the swing goes into the tape, and the point goes back to Canada. Remy Katojo back to serve here now. Deep float serve by Katojo, overpass by Gutierrez. Good fix, though no. They're going to call it a lift. As having to try to adjust there on the overpass was Granados. Maybe had a little bit more real estate in tight towards the tape. But so tough to gauge on the fly. And Granados having to sort of adjust the angle of her set mechanics. Good pass and receive this time though, set back to the outside and having to adjust fully on the set. That time was Venegas. Swings away as Matthews, and this time with the pace on the attack, squeezes through the block set up by Jenkins and Granados this time, and we're tied at 11. Tojo continuing the service run here for Canada. 3 attacking options in the front row, and they have Zabjek out of the pipe. Deep float serve off the arms of Gutierrez and into the stands. Be the first ace of the opening set for Canada. Just a little bit of indecision there from Gutierrez. Decided if she was going to go forearms or hands there, and in the end, played with the forearm platform. Get pulled outside of her midline a little bit there and going off the arms and out of bounds, and this time Katojo gives one back. See a little discussion here from Gutierrez. And head coach Juliana Mayala. Gent, forearm set to the outside. Matthews swings off the block. And you can see right away Nadia Granados talking to Alcala about maybe framing the block a little bit further inside, taking the line option away from Matthews, who hasn't gone there as often as we've seen from Zabjak. Overpass from Costa Rica. Katojo trying to get the right side ball there to Sydney Bell. A little bit tight to the tape on that set by Katojo. Bell tried to adjust and get a poke over the top as a third touch scramble. As you see Bell and Katojo laughing that one off. Tied at 13 midway through this opening set. It's been a good one between Costa Rica and Canada. First matchup for both in this Pan Am Challenge. Great chase by Gent. Can they keep it alive? It's going to be close, just shy of the tape. But what an effort there by Gent and Zabjak to get over. And would have been a tough play to handle for Costa Rica had that gotten over, especially when it's that tight into the tape. You don't know if it's going to catch the tape or take a bit of a roll. But luckily there for Costa Rica, it catches the tape and stays on the Canadian side. Katojo to the left side, great swing, that time by Zabjak, goes over top of the block. Set back to the right side. Second ball taken here by Gent to the left side. Zabjak rolls down the line. She's had great success there so far. Gets a party ball, but catches the tape. Tip back over, Katojo. Second ball by Gent to the right side to Bell. Can she squeeze it through? Kept alive, Gutierrez. Sent back over, great rally between these two. Gent to the outside, Zabjak angles back in. Good hand pass by Gutierrez, and a great swing down the line by Venegas, as Maria Venegas turns down the line and puts an end to an excellent rally, and it's a 2-point lead restored for Costa Rica. 15-13. Passed up by Matthews, forearm set by Katojo. Bell straight down the line. And the first big swing of the opening set by Sydney Bell. And we're going to get a substitution here for Canada, as Brooke Fermaniak's going to come in for Wasutik. So Fermaniak coming in to serve. We'll see if she stays on. Looks like just be a serving and defensive sub for this rotation. And it's a great serve by Fermaniak. Can they get an ace? No. Gets played back out, set into the middle. Miss touch on the swing that time by Bukovcan, but the misdirection works great that time for Canada. We're tied back at 15. And just a little bit off in the timing there, but Bukovcan does great to still make contact with the ball. And the fingertip roll gets past the block set by Costa Rica. Passed up by Gutierrez is a good one and receive. Set to the middle, double block, recycled. Sent back over on the free ball. Katojo pushed to the left side. Zabjak through the block, and it drops to the floor, and Canada is back in the lead. 16-15, and that takes us to the second of two technical timeouts here in this opening set between Canada and Costa Rica. These two sides fighting back and forth. Been an excellent first set of the tournament for Canada and Costa Rica.
For all youth competitions, we have technical timeouts at 8 points and 16 points. In order for our athletes to take a break and also to make sure our athletes stay safe.
16-15, the advantage for Canada coming out of the second technical timeout. And a good distribution of sets by Remy Katojo throughout the course of this opening set. Sophia Zabjak with a great opening set here for Canada on the left side. And we'll see if they continue to go with Zabjak. She's in the front court. Gutierrez on serve receive. Set to the right side off the top of the block and can't quite find it. Good timing on the block setup there by Canada as Bukovcan gets good contact, and then Fermaniak will come back out and then give way to Gent. And a great job by Brooke Fermaniak to come in and steal a couple points from the service line there for Canada. Maria Venegas back to serve for Costa Rica. Short serve into the net as Venegas gives one right back to Canada. That'll bring Sydney Bell back to the service line. 17-16, the advantage for Canada. Deep float serve by Bell off the platform, kept alive by Gutierrez. Sent over on the free ball, an opportunity here for Canada to run their offense. Set to the left side, great swing, and it's picked up Gutierrez, but can't pick it up in time. Another great swing by Sophia Zabjak. She uses her physicality and length to get up over top of the block set up by Nadia Granados. Canada with a 2-point advantage, their largest margin of lead so far in this opening set. Passed up Gutierrez. Granados to the outside, trying to cut around the block. Can't find contact on the hands. And we'll see if Costa Rica takes a timeout. They will. As Costa Rica try to settle things down, and the Canadians looking to keep rolling here. As they're on a 4-point run to take a 3-point lead. It's 19-16. Great start to the opening set by Costa Rica. They led 5-1 to start things off, and Canada found their groove and able to claw their way back. Teams have been trading for the most part throughout. A late surge here by Canada has them up 19-16. And looking to continue to build on that momentum and close out this opening set. again will be Sydney Bell. Back to serve. Sydney Bell plays her club volleyball with the Ottawa Mavericks. And representing the Mavericks club here well in this opening set. And that one just gets away from her a little bit though, trying to come down the line and pull serve receive away from the setter. Good tactical idea that time by Bell to try to find the platform there in position 5 and have the setter come all the way across, but just a little bit too far to the outside. Alcala, passed up by Matthews. Katojo to the left side, and finding the back line is Sophia Zabjak. Her great set continues here. And now Zabjak will go back to the service line. And bring Emerson Matthews into the front row. Passed up and received that time by Navarro. Tip to the right side, good pickup by Gent. Staying on top of it as Matthews rolls over. Push to the outside in tight to the tape, recycles though, but can't quite pick it up. As Navarro had to adjust, it was in tight to the tape, but the defensive coverage that time by Costa Rica was a little bit dispersed. Couldn't find a clean pickup. The run continues for Canada, 21-17. See if Costa Rica can find a side out. Passed up by Gutierrez. Forearm set to the right side. Close to that attack line, but they stay down. Tipped over on the recycle and answered back the other way. A little bit of a dispersion on the Canadian attack coverage that time. Get a substitution here for Costa Rica. Maripaz Diaz going to come in, a double sub here for Costa Rica as they want to try to steal some points from the net. As they'll also bring in Dinah Barantis. Again, trying to steal some points at the net. Canada down 21-18. And a great swing. Does it find the baseline? Doesn't matter. Touched off the top of the block. As Emerson Matthews with a great attack that time for the Canadians. 22-18. So they'll stay with the double sub, does Costa Rica. Maripaz Diaz going to run the offense. Passed up by Gutierrez. Diaz to the right side ball, cut back across. Can they scramble to get there? Zabjak got to go now on third. Sent over, and a great job by Canada to stay on top of it. Set into the middle, tipped over. Great heads up play that time by Emily Jenkins. Seeing the movements and the activity of the block and that the defensive coverage was a little bit deep in behind where the block was set up. And just a great feather touch over top on the tip. 22-19, passed up by Zabjak. Set to the left side, Matthews swings away, great touch by Gutierrez. Brought back in Costa Rica. Sent over on the free ball by Venegas. Set Katojo on the step and eats up the block a little bit. A great swing on the step around by Abby Wasutik. 23-19. As Remy Katojo goes back to serve. Deep float serve by Katojo, and it's an ace. Off the arms that time of Mariela Navarro. And it'll be a timeout taken here by Costa Rica. As again, Canada getting some late set separation here. They are facing or pushing now to set point. 24-19, the second of two timeouts taken here by Costa Rica. (24-19) for Canada coming out of the second of two timeouts. As they'll try to get Remy Katojo off the line. Great steep serve as Remy Katojo plays for Shock Volleyball Club. as Katojo tries to serve out the opening set. Deep float again by Katojo. Gutierrez takes it. Second ball taken, sent over. It's a roll shot, passed up though by Zabjek. Set into the middle and a good white on the swing by Abby Wasutik. Makes high contact off the hands and deflects out of play. And Canada takes the opening set 25-19. Join us back for the second set. You're watching the U19 Women's NORCECA Pan Am Cup Challenge here in Kingston between Canada and Costa Rica.
All right, fans, we're on the court and we're going to play a really fun game today. We're on the court with our two contestants. Marcus. All right, we got the fans in the stands too. So what they're going to be doing today is we're going to be having a short court serving challenge. How this works, they're standing on one end of the court, have to serve the ball over the net and put it before the attack line in this dark brown area on the other side of the net. They both get 8 tries each, and whoever scores the most in the short end of the court will be going home with a t-shirt, courtesy of Volleyball Canada. Are you guys ready? We have to know. Are we ready? Okay, all right, let's go. We're gonna start with Marcus. We're gonna go one at a time. You're good to go. Oh, a little bit long. Summer, your turn. Also a little long. You might want to get a little bit shorter. Oh, so close. Time for Summer. Try. Oh, just a little long. Also. Who are you guys cheering for? Can we hear it for Marcus? Can we hear it for Summer? All right, Marcus. Attempt number 3, go ahead. Just too short. Maybe a little longer than that. Summer, your turn. Okay. Marcus. We will have time for one more try each. Can we get it over? Oh, just a little long. Summer, can you do this? No pressure. Oh, so close. You think you should give it one more try? Yeah, okay, one more try each. We're on 5 seconds of try. Go ahead, Marcus. Just a little long. And Summer, one last try. Oh, so close. You didn't get it today, but you're going home with t-shirts anyway. Can we give a big round of applause for our contestants? And enjoy the rest of the
Welcome
game.
back to Kingston, Ontario, Canada for the second set between Canada and Costa Rica. It is the 2025 U19 Girls NORCECA Pan American Cup. It is match day 1 here in Kingston. Canada taking the opening set 25-19 to lead the match 1-0. Again, matches earlier today, Mexico taking down Puerto Rico 3-0, and the USA taking down Venezuela at a 3-0 scoreline as well. And again, Canada taking the opening set here by a 25-19 margin. Same lineup on the floor here for the Canadians. And looks to be the same group as well here for Costa Rica. As again, Granados, Alcala, Navarro, Venegas, and Jenkins on the floor, as well as Gutierrez on as the libero for Costa Rica. And for Canada, Sofia Zabjek, a great opening set out of the left side for Sofia Zabjek. Maya Bukovkin out of the middle. Emerson Matthews, the other left side for Canada, some great attacks as well, as did Sydney Bell on the right side. Abby Wasutik, strong in the middle, running some step-arounds, and Remy Katojo running the offense, and Ashlyn Gent as the Canadian libero, stabilizing defense and serve receive. A great opening set. Again, Canada with a set margin of 6 points, 25-19. But again, a great moments of that opening set for Costa Rica with a blistering 5-1 start. As you see the excitement and emotion coming through in that serve by Nadia Granados. Some big moments in that opening set for Granados. Some timely blocks, some great serving. As Granados back to serve here for Costa Rica. Passed up by Gent. Forearm set to the left side. Great cut off the block that time. It's actually Brooke Fermaniuk into the match in this second set for Canada. As is Lydia Jane Wixton out of the middle. Fermaniuk replacing Matthews. Great swing this time out of the left side. Fabiola Alfaro. Great swing. Goes hard cross with pace. And it's 3-2 for Costa Rica. Float serve upcoming by Venegas. Katojo to the right side, and a great swing by Sydney Bell. So tough to defend with a lefty on that right side pin. And Sydney Bell, a great opposite for this Canadian side. And expects to have a big tournament here. Short serve this time into the net by Wixton. That'll bring Ashlyn Gent back onto the floor. The first action of this tournament for Lydia Jane Wixton, who plays for Pandas Volleyball Club in Alberta. Passed up and receive. Set to the right side to Bell, again off the arms. Kept alive though, sent over on the free ball. Gent, Katojo into the middle, good cut, but it's dug up well by Granados. Set back to the left side and putting an end to the rally on the swing, Sophia Zabjak. With a great hard cross-court swing. Excellent defense by Costa Rica. Dug up two hard-driven balls, but picked back up. Sent through, and on the third attempt, Sophia Zabjak puts an end to the rally. And that brings Sydney Bell back to the line. Brings Katojo back into the front row. Two attacking options out of the front. Deep float serve that time by Bell. Fermaniuk swing it out of the pipe here for Canada. Back to serve is Alfaro. 5-4 the advantage here for Costa Rica. Fabiola Alfaro, short serve, but passed up. Set back to the left side, and Zabjak swings away. Avoids contact on the net, and Zabjak was pulled forward on serve receive there, but gets back up in time and just harnesses so much power into that attack and swung away. And it's 5-5 here in the second set. Off the tape, drops in, Gutierrez gets a touch. Looked like she kept it up, but the vantage point up here, not nearly as clear as down on the floor. Good effort by Gutierrez to try to pancake that ball to stay alive. Passed up by Zabjak, served by Zabjak, kept alive. Stepped over on the free ball by Jenkins. Pass comes in tight. They fake the step around. Great swing to the left side as it touched the block. They're going to say no, and the point goes to Costa Rica. Good movement and decoy along the net there by the Canadians, though, as Bukovkan had the decoy step around out of the middle. They've run that route a few times, so the Costa Rican block had to sort of respect the fact that Bukovkan could do that step around, especially with Katojo pulled over a little bit more central into the net. They set to the left side. It was a good route, but defended well in the end, as it was an attacking error by Fermaniuk. This time they run the step, and this time they convert. Bukovkan gets the set she's looking for. Katojo comes there this time. And what a great decision to do so by the Canadian setter. And Bukovkan right there to swing away. The lead is back. It's 7-6 for Canada. Maya Bukovkan back to serve. Passed up Gutierrez. Set swings away and finds the baseline. Good attack this time as Nadia Granados gets the set to the outside, and the swing was there that time by Venegas. Emily Jenkins back to serve now for Costa Rica. We're tied at 7. Topper this time. Katojo to the left side, finds the baseline, and a great swing that time by Fermaniak. And that'll take us to the second set. First technical timeout. Canada leading Costa Rica 8-7. Again, a great display again here to start off this second set between both sides. A little more evenly matched throughout the course of the 15 points so far. Canada again leading the match 1-0, taking the opening set 25-19. And the first of 2 pool play matches for each of these teams. Canada will take on the Dominican Republic tomorrow, who are idle today, and will start their tournament against Canada tomorrow. Join us here at the Arc on the campus of Queen's University in Kingston, Ontario, Canada. If you can make it down to come watch this great volleyball action taking place. If not, join us on CBC Sports all tournament long. First serve tomorrow will be at 2:30 Eastern Time, Puerto Rico and Venezuela, followed by the US and Mexico, and then Canada and the Dominican Republic at 6:30. And that'll finish Canada's pool play off with their matchup tomorrow against the Dominican Republic. Coming out of the tech timeout, 8-7, the advantage for Canada. They lead 8-7. And Remy Katojo goes back to serve. Deep float serve by Katojo. Passed up by Venegas. They run the pipe this time out of the back row from Navarro, as Mariela Navarro converts on the attack for Costa Rica, and we're tied at 8. Nadia Granados back to serve now for Costa Rica. The float serve by Granados. It's a deep one, passed up though by Gent. Sent to Katojo, and a great run out of the middle by Wigston. As Wigston finds the baseline in her first point of the match. Canada leading 9-8. Brooke Fermaniak back to serve. And a service error this time for Canada. Maria Venegas back to serve for Costa Rica. It's kind of a pop float, passed up this time by Zabjak. Sets to the right side to Bell. Recycles off the block and they chase and finds a sideline. Zabjak and Fermaniak in pursuit of the ball looked as though it was close to that sideline. They decided to leave it, but it lands in play and the point goes to Costa Rica as Venegas will continue going on another service run here. Passed up by Gent. Katojo with a great set this time to Bell. And Sydney Bell buries that one. Such an athletic set that time by Remy Katojo. Having to adjust to a fast-pacing ball coming off of first contact and just flips it in behind her. Good swing away by Sydney Bell. A great sequence overall by the Canadians on that rally. Serve is by Matthews. Scrambling to get to that one. Passed up there by the swing into the middle. Zabjak on the left side swing. But the attack that time by Bukovkan. And Canada's back on top. It's 11-10. Here is Matthews. The float serve upcoming by Emerson Matthews. Handle unreceived by Navarro. To the right side ball off the top of the block, and it tools out of play. Great timing on the block there by Zabjak and Bukovkin. But good attack angle that time by Costa Rica. Swing goes off the hands and out of play for the tool. We're tied at 11. Manuela Alcala back to serve. Passed up by Zabjak. Set to the right side. Bell can't turn on that one. Hits it a little bit flat and it goes out the back. They continue to get Bell some reps on that right side. So great success so far. And Katojo again getting everybody involved here. Set to the left side. Zabjak turns down the line. And a great swing by Sophia Zabjak. She's been outstanding in this match for Canada, especially with that shot down the line. Gonna get a substitution this time as Bell's gonna come off the floor. And we're gonna double sub actually as Katojo will come off, as does Bell. And that'll bring on Anna Stojanovic and Anna Nastasi. So Nastasi and Stojanovic for a double sub here for Canada. And a topper serve that time by Nastasi. Sent back over, Nastasi to the left side, tipped down the line. Picked up on first ball that time by Granato. Set to the left side, out the baseline. No touch called as Stojanovic was, Vermeniuk was there. Just making sure that one went out of play. 13-12, the advantage here for Canada. And Nastasi. Topper serve upcoming. Great serve by Nastasi. So much pace on the spin serve by Nastasi. We'll see if the serve receive makes an adjustment here. See Maria Venegas getting some insight from her serve receive tandem. And this time Nastasi can't get the turn on the spin serve. 14-13 is the advantage here, and we'll get a substitution for Costa Rica as Dinah Barantes back onto the floor. As is Paz Diaz. And a double sub this time for Costa Rica, as Diaz will handle setting responsibilities and first and foremost trying to get some service pressure from the line here. Float serve. Passed up by Gent, it's close. Having to adjust, can't quite keep it alive as Nastasi couldn't quite intercept that pass from Gent that was making its way towards the net. Gets caught up a little bit. And the point goes to Costa Rica. And this time off the tape and catching a break on the serve was Diaz. And Costa Rica retakes the lead, this time 15-14. As again, the deep serve, passed up by Gent, it's a good one. Nastasi sets into the middle to Bukovkin. Sent back over on the free ball by Jenkins. Nastasi into the middle, does it contact the block? They'll say no. Ball drops to the Canadian side of the net anyway, and that'll take us to the second technical timeout. This time Costa Rica with a 2-point advantage. 16-14 is the lead in the second technical timeout in this second set. Canada leading 1-0. 16-14 coming out of the second technical timeout. Continuing the service run is Diaz. And a deeper serve receive here for the Canadians. The float serve passed up by Gent. Second ball taken by Zabjak, tipped over the top. Gutierrez passed up, set to the left side off the block. And a great close to get across that time as Bukovka, framing the block from the inside, gets over to close with Stojanovic. And Canada's back within one. Great way to side out with a double block. And now it's Sofia Zabjak back to serve for Canada. Passed up Gutierrez. Set coming by Diaz to the outside. Good swing by Barantes. Set back to the right side, off the block, it recycles, no. Swing goes off the tape and gonna be called for 4 contacts is Canada, and the 2-point edge back restored for Costa Rica with Mariela Navarro back to serve. Standing float from Navarro. Passed up by Zabjak, set by Nastasi to the outside for Maniak. With the attack, goes off the block. Catches Stojanovic by surprise. That'll be a timeout taken here by Canada as they trail 18-15. As the Canadians will come in, try to talk things over here and regroup. Take a bit of the momentum out of the sails here for Costa Rica, who have built a 3-point gap. As we approach the late stages here of this second set, Costa Rica trying to tie things up. The Canadians try to take a 2-0 advantage. Navarro back to serve, passed up by Gent. Nastasi to the left side, tipped over the top by Fermaniak. It's a great conversion that time as Brooke Fermaniak tips over top of the block, finds the pot. And converts for the point for Canada. They're back within 2. As Maya Bukovkan back to serve now for Canada. Deep float serve, passed up by Gutierrez. Set by Diaz, back tipped over the top. Nastasi finds the ball, set to the right side, tipped over. And a good conversion that time by Stojanovic. Set in tight to the tape, but Stojanovic just gets up to meet it. Pushes over, finds a seam in the block. Timeout taken by Costa Rica, as their 3-point gap has shrunk to just a single. Trailing 18-17 is Canada. As Costa Rica trying to find a way to side out here. And retake some momentum. They look to close out this second set. For Costa Rica coming out of the timeout. With Maya Bukovkan back to serve. Shallow serve receive here for Costa Rica. Off the net with a short serve. Service error by Bukovkan. Timeout. Freezes the serve for Canada. And that'll bring Amelie Jenkins back to serve now for Costa Rica. They lead by 2. The topper by Jenkins. Overpass there by Wigston. Handled by Costa Rica, set back to the left side. Tip on the adjustment, does it hit the antenna? No. And it drops to the open floor. And another point here for Costa Rica. They lead 20-17. Harper again here by Jenkins. Turns over, passed up, set to the right side, tipped by Stojanovic into the antenna. And the point goes to Canada. And we'll get the double sub coming back in for the Canadians, as Katojo will come back in for Stojanovic. And Bell will come back in for Nastasi. And good reps for both Stojanovic and Nastasi, as Katojo will come back to serve, keeping 3 attacking options in the front row for Canada. With backhands and a right side attacking option in Sydney Bell. And it's 20-18 for Costa Rica. Good pass and receive, set back to the right side. Recycles off the block, they'll keep it alive and just get sent over. Pass comes in tight, great set by Katojo, and a swing by Bell. Off the arms and out of play. As you see, Remy Katojo able to square up and turn and go parallel to the net. A front-facing set. And it's a great find to the right side to Sydney Bell, and Canada's back within 1. Passed up on receive. Set is by Diaz, tipped back over. Katojo set into the middle. Good dig that time though by Diaz. Sets back to the right side, good swing. Off the top of the block by Barantes. To the left side, off the block, kept alive Gutierrez. Diaz sends it over on second, great decision by Maripaz Diaz, seeing the Canadian defense set up and just pushing to that back right corner. And now the double substitution for Costa Rica will take place again, as Dinah Barantes will come off the floor, as does Maripaz Diaz. A great sequence by both Barantes and Diaz. Canada trailing by 2, it's 21-19. Back to serve is Granados. Set into the middle, and a great conversion for Wigston. Just floating in the air that time, Lydia Jane Wigston, as Katojo finds her. Great swing around the block by Wigston. No chance to pick that one up. Fermaniak back to serve here for Canada. Float serve by Fermaniak, passed up Gutierrez. Set comes in tight to the tape, and the block by Canada's there to meet it and recycle back off. Passed up there by Gent. Set to the left side, Zabjak! Tools off the block and out of play. As Sofia Zabjak just putting everything into that swing. Didn't care where the block was set up, just put so much pace on it. The bounce off the block and out of play. And we're tied at 21. Great resolve by both of these sides to claw back from deficits throughout the course of the set. Gutierrez. Passed up there by Katojo, second ball by Gent. Forearm set to the inside to Zabjak. Good read on the block that time by Alcala. Lead restored for Costa Rica. Maria Venegas. Back to serve for Costa Rica. Passed up by Gent. Katojo to the right side. Bell swings through the block once again. No answer on the block that time by Costa Rica. Sydney Bell with some pace on that right side pin, and we're tied at 22. Excellent action back and forth here between Canada and Costa Rica here at the NORCECA Pan American Cup. Wigston back to serve for Canada, short into the net. Second service error from Wigston in the set. 23-22, and back to serve is Alcala. Shallow serve receive here for Canada. Jump float here by Alcala. Passed up, set by Katojo into the middle, and finding the back corner is Maya Bukovka. And just lots of physicality out of all the attacking options here for Canada, but Bukovka demonstrating it out of the middle that time for Canada. As Bell back to serve, it's a deep serve. Passed up though, and set to the outside off the block by Navarro. And tip back over, Katojo able to get up top and pushes it over. It gets eaten up in the tape and then off the heads. See if Costa Rica's going to call a timeout, and they will. 24-23, it's set point Canada, but Costa Rica will take a timeout. Try to maybe make Sydney Bell think a little bit from the service line here in the timeout. And maybe try to come up with a tactical game plan here is Costa Rica. So see where their attacking options are, see what block schemes are in front of them at the net, see what the serving tendencies of Sydney Bell are, and try to piece all of that together to save a side out here and extend this opening or second set. And for Bell, just gonna get back into a good headspace, go back into her pre-serve routine. And Canada too, maybe coming up with a tactical plan for what to do on a successful serve receive here for Costa Rica. We'll see if Bell can try to put an end to it with an ace. Deep serve by Bell, and it's a service error. And it's the second time in this set where Costa Rica has called a timeout, forced a service error from Canada on the following point. So we're going to go to extra points here in this second set. Fabiola Alfaro back to serve for Costa Rica. It's a short serve, passed up Katojo to the left side. Zabjak, great dig by Gutierrez. Set, sent over on the free ball. Little miscommunication on the attack there for Costa Rica. Katojo, roll this time from Zabjak. Costa Rica able to get there. Tipped over on second ball, but it's read by Zabjak. Into the middle, off the block, recycles. Point to Costa Rica. And it's now set point Costa Rica, and Canada will take a set point timeout here and do the same thing. Maybe try to settle down. Navarro from the service line. Nonetheless, a great back and forth here between these two sides. No one wanting this second set to end. Well, both wanting the set to end, but not letting it slip away. Canada was up 24-23, back-to-back points for Costa Rica out of a timeout. And now it's up to Canada to respond, equal, and surpass coming out of this timeout. And it's Alfaro, from the service line. And in serve receive, Zabjak and Fermaniak alongside Ashling Gent. Front hands for Remy Katojo. So two attacking options in the front row and the pipe attack as well. Katojo dumps it over on second ball, and Remy Katojo converts, sides out, saves the set for Canada. Great execution there by Remy Katojo. Tied at 25. Back to serve is Zabjak. Set to the left side, it's tight to the tape, but it's recycled well by Costa Rica. Sent over on the free, gives a chance for Canada to swing away on the step around. Tipped over, Gutierrez gets there. Set up again by Granados, tipped over. Here's a chance for Canada to convert. Set to the left side. Fermaniak, Gutierrez again with a pickup. Granados tipped over. Just scrambling to keep that one alive as Gent, but does well with it. And the swing out of the back row from Zabjak. And what a sequence defensively by Valeria Gutierrez. All over the floor, keeping that rally alive for Costa Rica. Back to serve is Navarro. Costa Rica with another set point here. Canada's done well to answer the call on set points previously. We'll see if they have another in them here. Pulled off the net. Gonna take second ball is Zabjak, swinging away, finds the baseline. And another great attack by Brooke Fermaniak. And what a confident side-out swing that time by Brooke Fermaniak. Out of the left side. Doesn't let the nerves of the situation dictate her shot selection and a change of pace. Deep float serve, passed up, set on the step to Jenkins. Katojo to the left side for Maniak. Down the line, and a great cut that time by Brooke Fermaniak. Second or third time we've seen Fermaniak cut down the line. Most of her shot volume has gone cross. But a great time to turn down the line, see the gap in the block set up by Costa Rica, and now a set point Canada. Float serve again. Passed up there by Venegas. Venegas gets it back! And the block! Wixton and Katojo puts an end to the second set. It was a spectacular one between Canada and Costa Rica. Heartbreak to drop that second set from Costa Rica. They had a couple of set point opportunities, but they'll fight back here to try to push this one beyond a third set. Great job by Canada to close out the second, 28-26. They lead 2-0. Join us back for the third. You're watching the U19 Girls NORCECA Pan American Cup here in Kingston, Ontario. Welcome back to the Athletics and Recreation Center on the campus of Queen's University for the U19 Girls NORCECA Pan American Cup. It is the third of three matches here today to start the tournament off. Canada leading 2-0, looking to close this out in straight sets. To match the efforts put forth earlier today, Mexico defeating Puerto Rico 3-0, and the USA over Venezuela by a 3-0 score as well. 25-19, 28-26, the two set scores to start off, and the first point of this third set is an ace from Nadia Granados. Sol Henson into the match here for Canada, swinging out of the left side. Float serve, passed up by Henson. Katojo to the right side to Bell, off the antenna and out of play. The attacking error that time by Sydney Bell. And the first 2 points of the match, or excuse me, of this third set go to Costa Rica. So Henson coming in to replace Fermaniak, the fourth left side, to get some action here for Canada. Passed up and finds the open floor, and they put back. As Henson has come in, Emerson Matthews has seen some time on the opening set, and Brooke Fermaniak playing the second. Sofia Zabjak staying on as the P1 attacking option for Canada. Katojo running the offense. And Wigston into the middle, and a great swing that time by Zabjak, who's had enough of waiting around and just swings her way into the first point for Canada in this third set. Looks to be most of the same crew here for Costa Rica. They've had a couple double subs in and out throughout the course of the match so far. But Venegas, Navarro, Granados, Alfaro, Jenkins, and Alcala. And a good swing out of the right side, that time by Mariela Navarro. And again, Valeria Gutierrez as the libero here for Costa Rica. 4-1 to start this third set for Costa Rica. Pass up by Zabjak to the right side to Bell off the block. As Sydney Bell off the top of the swing from on the set from Katojo. The swing goes off the block of Venegas. And Bell will now come back to the line, brings Katojo back to front hands. And we'll see if that allows Wasutik to run some step arounds. We've seen that route happen a few times out of the middle today from Wasutik and Bukovkin, as well as Lydia Jane Wigston. 5-2 the lead now, early on in this third set for Costa Rica. Alcala back to serve, deep float serve off the hands there of Henson. Henson stays on top of it though and swings away, making it a tough first ball to take there for Costa Rica, and yields a free ball out of it to the left side, and a good swing by Sofia Zabjak. Again, back to the play there by Henson, staying on top of it and giving an aggressive third ball there instead of a free ball over. Forces Costa Rica first contact to be a little bit off, leads to a free ball opportunity back for Canada. And they're able to convert with the swing from Sofia Zabjak. So a great play by Team Canada as they trail 5-3. But a good response that time by Costa Rica. Fabiola Alfaro. Great swing by Alfaro on that right side pin. She'll now go back to serve. And some great attacking performances here tonight from Costa Rica. Will be Alfaro back to serve. It's a deep float. And some communication happening there with Canada on the serve receive, but a little bit too late to pull the arms away there for Zabjak. She was committed to making contact. It's a hard serve to navigate. It's a float serve with great pace. This time a change of pace. Henson gets there. Second ball to the right side as they try to get it to Wasutik. And catches her a little bit inside. That'll take us to the first technical timeout here in the third set. It's a 5-point gap for Costa Rica. They lead 8-3. Great matchup for Canada and Costa Rica. And it was tied for the majority of the opening set. Costa Rica again coming out with a fast start, leading 5-1. Canada fighting their way back through, and the teams trading for the bulk of the second half of the set before Canada pulled away late. Take it 25-19, and then an excellent second set. Both teams with a couple of set point opportunities that ultimately went the way of Canada. And they lead 2-0. But it's been a great performance from this Costa Rican side as well. And they come out of the first technical timeout, holding on to an 8-3 advantage. And back to serve will be Fabiola Alfaro. Float serve by Alfaro into the net. And these sort of an unofficial timeout taken with the tech timeout there, but does the trick again to freeze the server, get into some extra time to think and disrupting the natural flow of how the sets are unfolding. There's a serve opportunity now for Canada, and it's a good one. Great find by Abby Wasutik with the ace. And in the blink of an eye, Canada's back within 3, and Wasutik back to serve again. Serve by Wasutik, it's in tight again, and a great response or reaction there by Henson. Patiently waiting for the overpass to go across the tape and before just flushing it home to the open floor. And a 5-point gap now down to just 2. With Wasutik serving again, Gutierrez on receive. Able to get across there is Granados. Pass is in tight, the joust one at the moment by Canada, sent back over, and the point goes to Costa Rica. As the press was won that time by Remy Katojo, but stays on the Costa Rican side. They get back in system, get the attack out of the right side, and the point goes to Costa Rica. They side out, they're up by 3. Deep float serve, passed up by Zabjek. Katojo to the left side, and Henson finds the sideline. Sol Henson with her first big swing of the match. Henson playing club volleyball with the Phoenix Volleyball Club. Deep float serve by Katojo. A good cross-court swing. Katojo, forearm set to the left side to Henson. Good pickup though by Gutierrez. Set back to the left side, and a good creative swing that time by Navarro. Sees the block set up, just chisels off the inside. Tools out for a point for Costa Rica. See Katojo seeing she maybe bring the block a little bit further outside. Topper upcoming on the serve by Emily Jenkins, but it's short and into the net as Jenkins gives one back. 10-8. Henson back to serve, and Zabjek back into the front row. And it's just off. Trying to find the back corner there was Henson, couldn't quite get the float to drop. As the lead is back to 3 for Costa Rica. Nadia Granados back to serve. That brings Alfaro back to the front row. Forearm set. Swing off the top of the block, able to get there is Gutierrez. Granados to the left side. Passed up there by Katojo. The outside and the swing away by Zabjek, kept alive by Henson. And Zabjek gonna roll this time. Good find into the pot. Forearm set, cutting back across. There is Gent to the pipe, and the swing by Henson. As Sol Henson swings out of the back row off the top of the block, and Canada's back within 2. Haven't seen a ton of pipe attacks from Canada so far in this match, but an effective one there by Henson. Different block timing and location for especially the middle blocker trying to defend a pipe attack. Pulled off the net. Second ball there by Granados. Good swing out of the left side that time by Alfaro, but a great dig by Katojo. Caught up in the block, has to go. Can they get there? No. Good effort though by Costa Rica. Trying to swing away from the deck. As Wigston back to serve. As Lydia Jane Wigston back into serve here for Canada. Goes off the tape. Set back to the left side, tipped over the top. Canadian block was there. Zabjek stays on top of it. Say touched off the block. Gonna stay alive, tipped over by Henson. And this time a change of pace on the attack by Henson out of the back row. Because we'll see if they're going to try to inquire about the contact on the block. Does not appear as though Costa Rica will ask any further questions about the call. Did look as though it went off the block, so point does go to Canada, and this one is going to side out with a service error by Lydia Jane Wigston. That's going to bring Gent back onto the floor. As Mariela Navarro back to serve for Costa Rica. They're back in front. They lead 12-11. Set to the left side. Zabjak straight down the line again. That's been her shot all night. Zabjak's been able to find lots of different lanes to swing through, but it's had 5 or 6 cutting down that line deep into position 1. And we're tied at 12. Passed up on the serve by Bell. Set back to the left side, and a good response to Henson there for the dig. Forearm set to the left side. Rolls over this time is Zabjak. A free swing back and finds the sideline. Great timing by Wasutik. Gets the party ball to come back over. And Wasutik swings away, perfectly timed and able to find the sideline, and the defense really tough to try to pick that ball up. And Canada now takes the lead. It's 13-12. Serve down the line, not sure what to do and receive on that time through. Passed up, but great conversion by Costa Rica. Fabiola Alfaro has had a great game out of the right side for Costa Rica. Able to convert on the right side pin that time. As Manuela Alcala back to serve here now for Costa Rica. Deep float serve by Alcala. Katojo into the middle, good cut, but can't quite find the baseline. A little bit shallow on the set that time by Katojo. As you see, Wasutik had to sort of adjust, couldn't swing on top of the ball, caught it a little bit flat and swung, goes out the back. And Costa Rica back in front now, 14-13. Off the arms there of Henson, having to get there is Zabjak, and stays on top of it with a swing as Bell. Granados to the right side, good swing back across as Maria Venegas. With the swing that time on the right side pin was Venegas. As Alcala back to serve, passed up by Henson. Set Katojo to the left side, cross court, no. Can't find the sideline that time is Zabjak. We'll see, that'll take us to the second technical timeout. 16-13 is the advantage here for Costa Rica, as they'll look to build and push to close out this third set and keep the match alive and push this to at least a fourth. But we've seen the Canadians have some resolve and pushback so far in the match. Faced a couple of set points in that second set and fought their way out and came out on top. And still very early on for Canada to claw their way back out of this.
Can I hear you encouraging cheering for team Costa Rica? Let's go, let's go. And can I hear you here cheering for Team Canada?
16-13 coming out of the technical timeout. Continuing the service run is Manuela Alcala. Three dropped in and received. Tojo on the far side, having to get across on contact. Sydney Bell calling ins and outs. Passed up by Henson. Second ball having to take there by Gent. To the outside, Zabjak rolls over the top. Good pickup defensively by Costa Rica. Off the block, though, it recycles. Second ball taken. Forearm set to the outside, and it's going to go out the back. Can't find the turn on the snap there by Fabiola Alfaro. And coming out of the tech timeout, Canada able to side out. now be Sofia Zabjak back to serve. Forearm set in tight to the tape, having to get out. Scramble to get there, they keep it alive. Great effort by Zabjak and sent over by Bell on the free ball. Gutierrez handles that, they run the step to Jenkins, no touch on the block. And the attack out of the middle by Costa Rica goes the length of the floor. As they get the middle involved there on that sequence from Costa Rica, but can't find the floor. The point goes to Canada. And continues the service run here for Sofia Zabjak. Off the tape there on the serve from Zabjak. Set to the right side and another attacking error, no contact on the swing. As they try to get Alfaro to convert on the right side pin. 3 straight points for Canada. We're tied at 16. Midway through this third set, Canada looking to close it out. Good serve again by Zabjak. Set back to the left side, off the block, recycles. And you see Katojo kind of reaching back there and be offering an apology there to Bell as Katojo just reaching back. Bell was in a position maybe to pass that one up, but instinctually there from Bell, excuse me, Katojo just reaching back and trying to keep the play alive, not knowing for sure if her defensive coverage was in position. 17-16 now for Costa Rica. Has Diaz. And the dump over by Katojo on second ball. Catches Costa Rica off guard. They have the double sub in again as Dinah Barantes back onto the floor. Alongside Maripaz Diaz. 17 apiece here. Continuing to serve is Wasutik. Set to the right side, tipped over the top. Able to get there is Wasutik. To the left side, Henson. Able to scramble and rolled back over. Opportunity for Canada on the free ball. Fake the step around again. Henson on the swing, but the block is there that time by Maria Vanegas. But continuing some great creativity though for Canada, running multiple different sets and forcing the block scheme of Costa Rica to make some decisions. They made the right one that time, and Henson responds, so gets a set right back, and this time swings away, and we're tied again at 18. Katojo back to serve here. Henson was a step too early in terms of getting back into a rotation. 18-18 with Katojo back to serve, brings Bell back into the front row. Passed up by Gutierrez, she's had a great game. Over to the left side, and the swing that time by Mariela Navarro. Swings through the block. The lead restored for Costa Rica. They lead 19-18. Topper again from Jenkins, and can't quite get the contact she's looking for. Looks like it caught her on the inside and rolled off her thumb. Gives a point back as Henson back to serve here for Canada. Set to the right side, great set this time, but the block is there. Zabjak and Wigston. Excellent set though from Costa Rica. Canada takes the lead. It's 20-19. And a timeout taken here by Costa Rica. Facing a 1-point deficit. Has been a 7-3 run for Canada coming out of the second tech timeout. Was a 16-13 lead for Costa Rica. Again, Canada responding well and leading 20-19 in this timeout taken by Costa Rica. Again, join us back in action here tomorrow if you can get down to the Athletics Recreation Center on the campus of Queen's University. Games will be at 2:30, 4:30, and 6:30, but if you can't make it, join us here on CBC Sports. Puerto Rico and Venezuela will start us off at 2:30 Eastern Time. USA, Mexico at 4:30, and Canada and the Dominican Republic at 6:30 Eastern Time. 20-19, good pass up and receive this time by Costa Rica, but they send over a free ball. Gets flushed back though by Zabjak. Set back to the left side off the top of the block. Gets there is Katojo. Second ball by Henson to the right side to Bell. Down the line. And Sydney Bell puts an end to a great sequence by Canada. The pass was up by Henson. Set there from Katojo and a swing away by Bell, and it's 21-19. And then sent over on the free ball and the serve by Henson. Pass comes in tight. Katojo into the middle and a great swing again by Wigston. Some massive swings out of the middle from Lydia Jane Wigston, and another timeout taken here by Costa Rica. A great attack as Canada leads 22-19. 3 points to push now to close out this third set and try to take the match 3-0. But it's been a great back and forth between these two sides who start off their NORCECA Pan American Cup Challenge with a great back and forth matchup here. And Costa Rica will be idle tomorrow as they await their second match of pool play. That'll take place on Thursday against the Dominican. And again, Canada in action tomorrow against Dominican Republic at 6:30. Henson coming out of the timeout. Float serve by Sol Henson. Good set to the right side, having to adjust though. There's Barantiz. Good pick up by Gutierrez though. Sent over on the free ball. Passed up by Gent to the right side. Bell, good dig, but can't pick it up on second ball as Mel goes OT. Great dig by Venegas, but nobody else in the vicinity to help out on second ball. Great swing by Bell. Henson back to the left side, cuts down the line. Henson gets contact, but Katojo getting her hands up. And we'll get a substitution back again for Costa Rica. As Nadia Granados and Fabiola Alfaro will come back onto the floor. 23-20 is the advantage here for Canada. Deep float serve, passes in tight by Henson, gets sent back over though. Maybe should have kept on to that one. Good swing by Gutierrez on the dig. To the right side ball, cuts cross, out of play. Contact no, point goes to Canada. And now have an opportunity for 4 match points. We'll get a double substitution here for Canada again, as we'll get Abby Wasutik back onto the floor into the middle. And Brooke Fermaniak will come in to serve for Lydia Jane Wigston. Match point, Canada. On the shoulder here for Maniak. Can she close it out? And she will with an ace. Brooke Fermaniak with the service ace gives Canada the third set, 25-20. And they win the match 3-0, 25-19, 28-26, and 25-20 to claim the opening match victory in pool play for Canada. And again, we'll take on Dominican Republic tomorrow for an opportunity to finish first in their pool and cross over into Friday's semifinals. Thank you for joining us here all day and evening at the Athletics and Recreation Center for the U19 Girls NORCECA Pan American Cup. Join us back again for the action tomorrow, 2:30 Puerto Rico, Venezuela, 4:30 USA, Mexico, 6:30 Canada, Dominican. Again, Canada closes this one out in 3 sets, 25-19, 28-26, 25-20. And we'll see you on the air tomorrow.